Fantard, here to talk about Fairy Tail Chapter 506 review. This chapter was pretty damn basic, and it felt so fast. I don't know why, but like it was so simplified. There's just two parts. The first part, the first half was like a transition chapter. Everyone is switching gears now after Makarov's death. They reminisce about Makarov and what they had done for him in the past with Urza, with Mavis. She remembers giving him his name when he was born, long time ago. And you have Loxus, who has to be the strong character here, who's trying to smile and keep everyone's wits about them. He tells Mavis to stand up and please fight for us again. We have other enemies we have to face right now. And he's trying to look as calm as possible. So they did a pretty good job with showing everyone's feelings towards Makarov. Of course, that's how it is with death. Everyone shows a flashback. Everyone starts crying. Me personally, I don't really feel much towards Makarov's death because to me, this whole death sequence kind of felt rushed in the manga. Like, I don't know when the anime comes back, but I hope they add some more scenes so that it can make Makarov's death feel more impactful. It just felt really quick, and it felt like his death was kind of rushed. And on top of that, Makarov has almost died already a couple times, so I think everyone in Fairy Tail and the whole fan base was expecting him to go sooner or later. But I just don't feel much from this death. So the beginning part of this chapter was just transitioning, everyone getting ready, and everyone getting ready to face the Spring on 12 after they're done grieving. The second part is, my God, thank you, Urza, for knocking some sense into Natsu and Gray. She basically does, how like in the beginning of the Fairy Tail anime where they would have like funny jokes about them fighting, and then you see Urza like smacking their heads together, telling them to knock it off. Well, that's what it felt like, except she uses her hands to fight off their powers, and she actually gets injured herself in the process. And she tells them, what are you guys doing? This isn't, or like, she tells them, what the fuck are you guys doing? And I'm like, thank God that Urza came in. As much as I kind of don't like Urza's character as much as I used to, I'm so glad she did this. And this was necessary, because mainly for Gray's character, what the fuck are you doing, for crying out loud? Like, I don't get it why he's attacking Natsu, even though Natsu wanted just to kill Zareth. If anything, you have to try and calm down Natsu and try to appease to his other side, his more calm side, instead of fueling his emotion and wanting to fight Natsu. I don't get why Gray's character is acting like that, even though he lost Juvia, which there's like no way behind that now. Even with Natsu, he thinks Lucy's dead, he thinks Juvia is dead, and they're both alive and fine. And I'm laughing about that. I'm like, you're getting pissed off over nothing. But it seemed to me that Gray was at least calm before he had fought Natsu. He calls him by his name, and it looked like Gray was in a calm demeanor. And I thought that Gray was going to try and see and hear Natsu out, or at least understand Natsu, or at least try to get to his more calmer side rather than his E&D side. But no, he just goes in and attacks him. I don't know why these guys are fighting in the first place, but I'm more pissed off at Gray's character more than anything right now, because I really like his character, and it just felt really out of character for why he was acting like that. It just didn't make any sense, because he's normally supposed to be the calm character who's gone through so much already. And that just didn't sit well with me with this whole fight, with this whole E&D thing. I don't feel like it's being as handled as I think it can be, but I hope Hiro turns it around somehow, anyway, to make us feel emotional about this war. I just want him to handle E&D's character better. We need a flashback with E&D. We need Natsu to get some character development here, man. Anything about this guy besides him just being Zareth's little brother that he was brought back to life. We need more an insight on Natsu and E&D, so we can add more to this war arc, so we can at least give some weight to why Gray was fighting him in the first place. If we can get some character development, and we can get some insight on what E&D is and what his character is, and why he was considered an evil demon in the first place, then I'll support Gray later on to try and fight Natsu. But right now, I just can't support that, and it kind of pissed me off that they did that in the first place. So this chapter, it was pretty basic, simple. I'll give it, I guess, a 2.8 out of 5 stars. Hopefully the next chapter is better, and we get some more action with the Spring on 12. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys liked the review. Fantard out.